Right. So so it's a document. It shows that okay, I'm the guy for the job. Hire me. You don't want to miss me. You understand? I'm just the right person. I'm the person you're looking for. Yes, I'm the that's particular position is for me. And these days it's not really about who you know. I mean, when it comes to job, an employer wants a
Yeah.
job done, it wants the best person there. So CV sells you out, says you're the person. And one thing is that we've talked about the ATS, the application tracking system. Okay, that means for the employer to be able to see you, one of the things is that you submit your CV. Make sure that that CV is such that the application that the screening process that we talked about, yes, and make sure that your CV will not be screened out by the screening process. Okay, so that means your CV must be ATS compliant. That's the first thing. Other things comes in. That gets you the interview. You get invited for the interview. Many people are not invited for the interview because those CVs are never seen. Okay, because something has
Yeah.
screened them out. So now when you get to the interview, that is where the real thing comes in. You don't lie in your CV, but there's a way you write it that everything that you've passed through, just like what you said you've had, you've been involved, you've done some jobs before, but it's not everything that goes into the CV. Depending on the role you're going for, you tailor it to it. And sometimes you could borrow some things from some of the things you've done before, and they will serve as part of your strengths. Okay, so which is very good.
Yeah.
You've really, 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 really been helpful today. I mean, you've said a lot of things. So, and well, one other thing I'm also going to add is that CV has a template. Okay, you don't just write things. Um, well, time will not permit. I cannot just like show. I mean, there was a time that somebody sent a CV to me, and this person wrote, "Okay, I've worked in a factory before, and I've worked in a school as a teacher, and I've worked in the store before as a salesperson." Now look at it. You said you are a factory worker, you are a teacher, you are a sales worker in that same CV. You understand? That means you're not good enough to be a teacher. You're not good enough to be any of those because you've just been touching everything. So that's what people. So it has a template that you have to follow, and that actually spells out what should be contained in a CV. And the
Yeah.
purpose is to grant you the interview, and beyond that, to get you the job. Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you very, very much. You really, 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 really helpful. So, I know. So, if you have any question, regarding what we've talked about, so please you can drop the question, and I'm sure we'll get to talk about the question, answer them. Okay, I'm just going to give like say few minutes or few seconds. Okay, if anyone has any question, then they can ask before we go to the next session of this.
Okay.
Right. Do we have anyone that has question? Okay, I can't see anything coming in. If there's anyone, I'll send them to you. I believe. I mean, would you be happy to like help us answer some questions if we have questions for you?
Sure.
Oh, thank you very much. So now we've had a discussion with Hella. So we go to the next one. We go to our next guest, which is Mr. Olakosi Adefisoye. Okay, it's an human resource manager, and he's also into project management. Um, I will I will I would like to just invite him to unmute himself, and I believe he has a lot of things to talk to us about. Okay, he's a recruiter also. He's been involved in, I believe he's going to introduce himself. Okay, he's been involved in so many recruiting. I've been helped so many organizations to help with the recruiting process. So I believe he's going to tell us things from the angle of an employer. Okay, what is an employer expecting a CV to have? Okay, so Mr. Olakwasi, I don't know if you're there.
Yeah, good evening. I'm here.
Thank you very much. Okay, right. Okay, so thank you very much for honoring this invitation. I know it was I gave you a very short notice, and I really appreciate this. I'm not taking this for granted. Thank you very much. He's a big man, so and it's not easy to get to see a big man. Yes, I mean, just like that just to get them and get them to come to your program. Thank you very much for this. And I believe the viewers we have a lot. The participant will have a lot to gain from your wealth of experience. So please, over to you. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone that's online, wherever you are from. Good morning, good afternoon. Depends on where you are. My name is Olakpesa. I've been in the industry of either being an employer or being employed for over 2 decades. I just believe in resource management and how you can make yourself valuable in wherever you find yourself. So just to jump straight to why I'm here today, I want to start from where Manuela was able to get our own bag of fish from, which is a job description. So from the employer point of view, it's important that you stick to the job description at any point in time and being able to tailor your CV or your resume to the job description. If you don't do that, then you will not be called for whatever interview, either internally or externally. You will not be invited. So based on that, it's important that irrespective of what job you are doing, try and synchronize your interpersonal skills towards the JD. It doesn't matter. Like I tell people, there's no one that cannot try. So if you want to be employed, you should be able to be specific about what you can do, what you can offer, because a gatekeeper can also try to be a project manager. A gatekeeper can also try to be the CEO. So when you say, I try to deliver 15 projects in 20 years, that means you're still trying. No one will want to bring that kind of person on board. So in modern day area, it's important that one of the key things that anybody is looking at for is the ability to improve and retain their customer, to make them feel better. So it is important that you understand that you must have that for anybody to call you for interview in the first place, or you should step. So your CV should also be able to reflect how you can improve productivity and performance in the organization. If you're not there to increase productivity or to increase performance in terms of return on investment, then no one is hiring you. Your CV must be able to reflect that. You must be an highly motivated person, and you must be able to engage staffs. That means that nobody in this world of now, they want to hire someone that said, I personally, when you see me say I personally, then I will put you on a personal pedestal, because it's about collaboration, it's about team engagement. So your CV must have that. Then you must be able to be a customer service person. The former speaker said she's now a customer service expert. I just have a good news for everybody. Everybody in the whole world now, we are all customer service person. Either you're an architect, either you're a banker, either you are a gatekeeper, either you are a cleaner, wherever you are a customer service person. And if you don't have empathy, your CV does not show how you've been able to deliver an excellent customer service before, then you are not going to be hired in one way or the other. Again, it's also important because of the state we have. Everybody is on digital, and we are all on social media. If you don't have a positive image of yourself on social media, no one's going to hire you, no one's going to invite you because you know what, they don't want someone to come in and destroy a business they built for over a century or over 2 decades. So your image as a person is also important when it comes to issue of being hired. Your safety needs is also important because I cannot hire someone that I knew has been involved in kind of fraud before, or even though you pass the interview, by the time they started to do what we call investigation or screening, you've passed excellently in your interview, your CV is right, but during screening, you've probably owned someone's money before and you refuse to pay, or you threaten your landlord somewhere before, or you fight someone before, then the chances that they will hire you will be zero, because they don't want someone to come on board and start to do that. Your esteem, what is your level of esteem? Many people go to interview and the first thing they do is to be fidgeting. You don't want to come to an interview and be fidgeting because you are afraid of the question. And like I used to tell people, interview is not an exam. Interview is a communication between one or two people or three people, depending on the panel say. So it's important that we know that. Also, it's also important that from the organization point of view or the talent or recruiter point of view, they want you to be able to have some knowledge about where you're applying to. If you don't have knowledge of their product and service they provide, the chances is that when they give you a control environment question during the interview, then you will not be able to tailor your question to answer your responses to meet their needs. So that has happened. I remember sometime in 2012, a lady came and she was a distinction. She got distinction from the university. Apart from that, sorry, I think it. All right, sorry for that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, that's fine. So it happens sometimes, and that's why we're in digital age. So interviews or the employer does not expect you to be 100% perfect, because they want you to come in and add value. You are not coming in to do all the jobs, but you are supposed to come in to fit into the job description. So, like, back to my story or my experience, I was hiring her, and she came out with distinction from one of the university in Lagos. Then I was working as a director in one of the organizations in Lagos in Victoria Island. But she came and she was able to prove to me that she got distinction, but she was unable to prove to me that she's ready to perform in the role, but she's coming with the ego that she's an excellent student and she got a distinction. No organization is looking for someone that is excellent. They are just looking for you to be effective and efficient so that you can perform in the role with team, because you will not work alone. Apology to a club, they call themselves they work alone, but nobody works alone in this age and time. So you must understand that part. And it's also important that you must also understand that if they ask you in terms of wages, it's also good to be able to do your own work or background before you come to the interview, because you know what, they may want to pay you range, but if you are too specific, then there will be a kind of issue there. So they also expect that you don't come and derogate yourself because you need the job. That means that you can be compromised easily. And it's important that we also know that CV or recruiters, when they look at CV, your CV should have a quantitative input and a qualitative input. What did I mean by that? You cannot have a profile and you said, for instance, I increased sale by 95% in 2 years. That means that you must have been ready made from heaven. Don't put too elaborate percentage here. So once I see that, I know this person is probably trying to permutate or bring out something that is not real. Which if I fact check, I'll probably know that he or she is not saying the truth. I'm not saying the person is lying, but he's probably not saying the truth. So, and that is what, from the point of hiring, in becoming part of an organization. One of the things I also want to mention is over the years, I've noticed and I've seen that people are not really ready to grow their self-develop and taking accountability for their self-development. It's important that anybody want to see on your CV that you have been able to transcend agility into your self-development. What does that mean by that? You finished from school in 2000, and this is 2023, 20 years after. You've not gone for any seminar, you've not gone for any course, you've not attended any training, you are living in the past glory, then I will not hire you as an individual. So, or as an organization. In fact, I'll be the first person that will kick you out, because I realize that once you come in, you'll be saying things that happened in 1960 while we are in the age of where we are going to metaverse. So it's important that we put that in our mind so that we can have the desired things that we want for ourselves. So above all, it's important that your CV is also structured to your summary, your first page should be able to catch my attention, because if it does not catch my attention, then there's no way I will hire you. And you should be able to put a figure there that I've worked with this certain number of people to collaborate to deliver a product for a project, or deliver a product as a customer service person, or as an entrepreneur, or as someone that is involved. Either you're a medical doctor, you're also providing service. So it's all about being able to provide service. It doesn't matter in the area of your expertise, but it's paramount that you should be able to tailor yourself towards what you want to achieve for the organization. And if that is not fine, there's no way anybody's going to hire you. So on that note, I just want to pause. And I also want us to, if you're on this call, I don't know if the organizer can just share a link that I sent earlier. We can all copy the link and probably check for, hello?
I think you can send it on the chat box to everyone. You should be able to do that.
Okay, so.
Yes.
Okay, you want me to send to the chat box?
Yes, everyone should be able to see that.
Okay, so just a minute. All right, so I have this link, and I want everybody, before I round up, before I entertain another thing, I want everybody to click on the link. If you can click on the link, sorry. Just a minute. All right, so yeah, there we go. You can click on that link. I want us to quickly do that exercise ourselves. And if that exercise can reflect some positive things about you yourself, then the chances that you'll be hired in your next CV submission is highly great. But if it's lower and is not reflecting, that means that you still have to work on your person. And on that note, I just want to stop there because I know, though I have more time, but I believe there are questions and want to give some people opportunity to also contribute. So thank you all. God bless you.
Wow. Thank you very much. So if you have any question, drop it in the chat box. But I think I've taken some notes. Okay, I think I saw this. You sent it to me earlier. So thank you very much. So I'm also going to go through it and see what I would score, you know. So I've taken some notes. You talked about the structure of CV. You understand, like what should be there, how you should write some things. You talk about qualitative and quantitative. And I like one thing you said about interview. Interview is a communication. So once you not go there and be fidgeting, you understand? You're just there, just the way you communicate with people and you talk and people are talking back to you, you know. That's it. So and you also said employers are not looking for excellent students or candidates, which simply means there's hope for everyone. We are not all excellent, you know. I mean, we did not we were not all privileged, trying to finish with first class, 2-1, or all those things. Okay, and you also talk about self-development. I've taken note about that too, and I have some questions, but I don't know if anyone has questions. If you have a question, you can just unmute yourself, ask the question, or you drop it on the chat box. Okay. While we're doing that, I was hoping I was hoping that you would talk about while you were introducing yourself, that you would talk about the Wealthy Pillar Group, but I didn't hear anything about that.
All right, thank you. Wealthy Pillar Group is a group that started in 2008 while I was managing a project back in Lagos, precisely 1004 project. And the project was supposed to be a 6 billion naira project, but it became 15 billion by the time we complete the project. And what happened there was that the people that were involved we are just young fellow with some old middle-aged people, but then people were looking for sustainability, survival rather than sustainability. So I started a group and I invited one of my friend, which is also a partner in Wealthy Pillars Limited. And we started, and what we do is to create wealth for people through training, to mentoring, and also we collaborate with other institutions to provide 1 or 2 courses, certificational courses for people to just transcend to wherever they want to transcend to. So it's just the Wealthy Pillars is for you to be able to take hold of your life, stop blaming people for whatever state you find yourself, or stop giving people PhD. When I mean PhD, don't pull anybody down, don't pull ladder up, don't pull him down. Take ownership of yourself, and that's what Wealthy Pillars is all about. And we are still existing. We still provide courses for people. We provide trainings in areas of project management, in the areas of leadership, in the areas of Scrum Master, and some other things that we do. So, and I believe if anyone is interested, you can always contact our organizer for today, and he will always get back to me. Thank you.
So, do we get to pay for that if we want that?
Yes, we will pay for it, but if they are coming from you, there will always be a kind of arrangement or discount that we could provide.
I will remember that. So, okay, thank you very
Owe
much.
me for my word, I sell integrity.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much. So, well, talking about what we can gain, I actually, like, from Rema part, we've developed something. I'm still going to come back to you, Mr. Adefisoye, okay? I can't see any question here, but I think I have a question I want to ask you, okay? But if anyone has question, please, you could just send it to to me. You can reach out to us, through the Instagram or the Facebook at Remapat. Okay, so you can drop your question there, or you can send me a personal message there, then be very sure that it will be answered. Okay. Okay. So now I want to talk about what we've actually designed from Remapat. Well, we've designed like 2 kind of packages, and which will actually be free for participants in this meeting are going to benefit from it. Okay. And so it's about, so I'm going to like just talk about it now. Someone will be talking about it further. So just want to
Hello, everyone, and thanks for being a part of this webinar. And being a participant, you've got 2 packages, and one of them is a resume guide, and this is just to help you, to support you in making an employer-friendly resume. And you've also got access to free resume templates. And we also, through this guide, help you to avoid some costly mistakes that are generally made on CVs. and we've also got a cover letter. And just want to let you know that all these are free of charge. And the second one is a career guide. And this one will help in guiding you through making your career choices and also give you support for portfolio development. And this is like a 1 month program, which is done online and it's totally free. We also help that can give you job adverts placement if you're interested. Thanks.
Wow. So that's that. If anyone is interested, so you could just link out to us. The first one is actually a 1 week program, that which is a resume guide. It's a 1 week something. It's more like it's not like we're going to do the writing for you, okay? Because it's free of charge. We're just going to guide you, give you the necessary material, and you're also entitled to 1 free review, okay? And I know Mr. Adefisoi too. We also
Right.
the supportive with that. Yeah, because you said I could. Yeah, so that's about that. And the second one is about career choice. So talking about the career choice, Mr. Adefisoi, I want to ask you a question. I think
Man, I'm hungry. I'm
the
let
world,
me call you.
I think I think the world has changed. Some sort of, I'll say the reason why I'm saying that. There's so many, like she talked about customer relation, customer service. I mean, it's a job that is really thriving now, but it's not, it's not really like something that you study in school. You understand? And people get paid. You see people in that field, they get paid more than doctors, more than engineers. You know what I mean? So, and
Correct.
you have some other field, like people are talking about, there's so many other, like data analysts and everything. These people are paid in, there's no limit to what they can. I mean, so what do you think is happening? I mean,
Okay, thank you for that question. What is happening is simply we are in a digital world. If you want to stay dated, then you will be left behind. And I can say that because when we are growing up, they teach us ABC. This day they teach them the chunk word to pronounce things. So what is happening is if you don't want to move, then you'll be left behind. I'm saying so because I personally just started a new role somewhere for one international company, global wide. And I can say for free that you just have to transcend to the digital world. If you are not IT compliant, you don't know any software that has to do with automation, either Jira, either CRM, then you are going nowhere. Today, a doctor may not be able to earn £2,000 per day, but a satisfied CRM manager that has a data analyst skills can earn £1,000, £2,000 per day. And they even beg him or her to work from home. You don't need to come to office. So the world is moving. But if you don't want to move, then you will stay where you are. I remember when I was learning architecture back then, we used to carry drawing board to studio, we sleep in the studio, we do all those things. But on my graduation day, I asked my lecturer, I said, how am I going to make money with this? I spent years studying architecture, but there's no day where you taught me how to use technology to make money or how to stay where I am, whether for me traveling to carry block or to chat on client or to chat on contractor. He didn't teach us. So this day, the world is moving. So you just have to be technology inclined, IT inclined. And the only way you can get that is by your self-development. No more institutional development, self-development. Everybody must go back to study, be a master student of their own skills. And that's the only way you can succeed.
Wow. So, well, that's fine. Well, from my own side, what I can say is that, well, everything, like, I'm not an engineer, but you know what is everything is changing. Okay, everything we do is digital now. You understand? You get what I mean? So, like, we still have to with that. So, I think that's all. We all have to go digital. That's what it means. And new field, new career are cropping up. So, which is the reason why we also have this program on career choice. Okay, and I remember seeing someone that, okay, maybe while she was finishing from school, even the lecturer said, you can't get anything with this course. The lecturer that's supposed to say, okay, oh, you're graduating. They said, okay, well, I studied this course. That's the same thing you're graduating with. So sorry for your life. You won't be able to get anything. And I was just telling the person that the world has changed, and there's no limit to what you can. I mean, those days you would say these are the people that earn so much. When I hear how much some people are earning now, I just open my mouth. I was just like, and the funny thing is that they don't even leave their country. They stay where they are and they earn so much. And I'm just like, this is really something else. Wow. So people are saying that like the link that you sent to us that it's saying Marge Simpson. We don't know what that means. Somebody says Lady Simpson, Lisa Simpson. You're muted.
We submit it. And if it's not working, then don't worry, I'll send you a proper link later.
Okay. All right.
Just
And
submit
okay.
it.
Okay. So just before we finish, I know you have a program. You also have a program on CV, writing. When is that coming up? I would like to we would like to go into partnership with you. You know what I mean? Like if you want to do it, we would like some of our listeners to also benefit from that. I know well, you might not say something, but of course I'm going to say something. Most people come to I've known some of the things that you've done. Like most people come to this to UK, they do different things, you understand, do different kind of jobs. I've seen people that you put through, got here within 2 months, they're earning even more than doctors. You know what I mean? They still continue in that same field, you understand? And I would like people to also benefit from what you want to do. So do you want to tell us about the program before we just I know I'm taking so much from you. So I mean this is the opportunity I have to do that. So
Okay, thank you very much. I have an online program that I've been doing for a while. I've helped 2 or 3 people. I have testimony, and it is called being able to gain employment globally, and that is what the program is all about. And I'm saying so because one of my testimonies that someone I've helped while I was even back in Nigeria has been earning over £4,000 even in Nigeria before he even transcend away from Nigeria. So I knew there's something that I brought to the program I do. So the next one will be coming on in June. The date is not fixed yet because, like I said, I just started a new role somewhere for a multinational. So I still have to get my Google Calendar proper, but it is going to come in June.
okay.
Anyone that's interested is welcome to be on board.
Congratulations. So I know that must have attracted fat salary. So there's a question here. Somebody said some people say you don't need to add references to your CV. Please clarify.
We don't need to do add what, sir?
References to your CV, maybe a referee.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, correct. Please, I think the world is changing. No one needs your references. When you cross the bridge, they will definitely ask for your reference. Some online application, they will ask you for 2 references. They ask for their phone number, and they also ask you, do they have permission to contact the person or not? These days, nobody just do things without asking your permission. So putting your references there is like you're opening up the person to, just imagine you put a reference and the person is related to someone that has done something that it was bad before, and you have already put that in your CV, and they just Google the person's name. And let me tell anybody that's on the call, if you have posted something that is not relevant to development, to progress of humanity before on your status, on your Facebook, or you are fighting with a political party because you love one candidate or the other, I want to beseech you this night by the mercy of the Lord Almighty, please go and delete it. If you want to work in a global aspect, they will search you to your last location, to your present location, and they will ensure that they have your detail. If anything is found that is not supporting the value of the organization, they will not call you for interview. The job I just got now, I went to over 5 screening, and everywhere they go to, they got the feedback, and it was positive feedback. And you know one funny thing, if you have a relationship with people, the people that they are calling, they will call you first and say, what do you want us to put on this reference letter they sent to us? And they've asked me, I just put whatever you feel that I've done, that is fine. And the same thing keep appearing. Ola is an integrity person. Ola is a straightforward person. So even though I put my reference in the CV, it doesn't matter. So don't put references anymore.
Wow, that's the new one. So we should be careful with our comments.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
what about those of us that don't like Nigerian pastors?
Yeah, if you don't like Nigerian party, like I said, there's nothing
Uh,
wrong taking the side to your personal view, but
okay.
always put a disclaimer there. And like my profile on LinkedIn, I use some of the pictures where I've worked before on the profile, but I also put a disclaimer there that this was job I did when I was working in this organization. So if you take that picture on your own, you are the one that committed the sin. So even though you post something, just say it is your personal opinion. It's not against you are not against anybody, and that exonerates you from whatever period of doing their screening if you are shortlisted and you pass the interview.
Wow. Thank you very much. Well, I don't know if we have a few more minutes. I don't know if you have anything to just tell us. I think that's all the questions I have here. So before we
Yeah, I think I also have to say this for the benefit of people on. Don't think you cannot start from the apex of job searching. People have come with the notion that because I'm just looking for a job, then let me go for the least salary. No, you can start from the apex. When I mean you can start from the apex is that as long as you can put your support document or your profile to show that I can earn $150,000 in a month, or for instance, you're in the UK, I can say I can earn £5,000. That means you can be at C-level manager. Apply for it. Apply for it. Also ensure that you are on all the good links, like Indeed, like LinkedIn, like JobServe, like CV Library, all these websites. Ensure you put your CV there. And one of the most important things that everybody needs to know if you're on this call, if you don't have your presence on LinkedIn and you are functioning on Instagram, on Facebook, more than you function on LinkedIn, probably you want to be a celebrity, because everything you see on social media, like Facebook, and therefore just celebrity anyway. We are all celebrity in our homes, but the truth is that if you really want to learn, the only place you should find yourself more should be on LinkedIn. So if you're not on LinkedIn, just take it as an advantage tonight that just set up your LinkedIn page, put your profile there. So LinkedIn is where you should go. LinkedIn.
wow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've said a lot. Okay, so we are all celebrities. So in our own capacity, okay. I'm a celebrity, you're a celebrity, everyone is a celebrity, yeah. So that's good. That's another thing I've learned today. And of course, and LinkedIn is also very important. We also have to put that. I think that's a talk for another day, because I know we had a discussion about that, and you even said even some people actually like saw the profile and good jobs and everything, you're able to get it through LinkedIn. So, I mean, it now depends. You rejected some, you got some, you understand? So which is a good thing, which is what we can all work towards. I don't know how rich you are. I mean, I don't know how rich your parents are. You understand what I'm trying to say? Maybe but I've from what you've told me, I know that you've been able to make some things from yourself, you understand, without whoever's input that will come in. So, and that is what every one of us should aspire to be. And
Yeah.
how we had to what we just said is that, we used to say sky is okay, but just like what Mr. Fiat also said, sky can actually be in point. So that's the word I want us to take home from today. So, Madam Ngozi Ella, I don't know if you have anything to tell us before we go. I know you've said something, but any other thing?
I don't have any.
Thank you very much.
I don't have any more.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So thank you, everyone. So this is the end of this meeting. But that shouldn't be the end. If you have any questions, if you're interested in any of the program that we have, let us know. If you have any questions, and as some other program comes up, I'm also going to be letting us know. So thank you very much today. So the meeting has come to an end. Thank you very much.
Oh, there's
Oh,
someone
somebody.
on just
Okay, yeah.
raising-
Okay, please. You can unmute yourself and ask a question. That's hello.
All right,
Okay.
sir. I thank you for this. It's an eye opener, so to say. Thank you. My question is the personality test we did. It's giving me some feedback. I really do not know what it means, so I need the clarification.
Okay, on the personality test, if it's giving you feedback that you don't understand, like I said, probably something might have gone wrong with the link, but it's supposed to give you a feedback of if you are an organizer, if you are a team player, if you are a collaborator, if you are a self-developed person, it's supposed to give you that feedback. But if it's not giving it to you, then probably something might have gone on with it. But I can assure you that I'll do justice to that. Maybe when next we come on this channel or on that channel. And if you're following,
okay, is it possible that can we contact you like directly? I mean, that's like, do we have your like maybe your email address?
Yes, you can contact me directly. My email address is my name, Olakposi Adefisoye with a Z. Olakposi Z at Adefisoye, Olakposi Z Adefisoye at gmail.com. Or you can just connect with me on LinkedIn. You can drop a message for me on LinkedIn, Olakposi Adefisoye on LinkedIn. That's where I roll most time. I roll too. I'm available. I'm not, people say they are not available. Me, I'm available anyway on LinkedIn.
Okay.
I think that's the latest song now anyway. Me, I'm available.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you very much. So I think, oh, these are coming up now. Okay. Somebody is asking, somebody wants to have your contact. So,
Okay, I'll just put it in the chat.
and somebody wanted to write the email down. Like,
Oh,
put it
okay,
in
I'll
chat
put it in
box,
the
yeah.
chat board.
Okay.
I'll put it in chat box. No problem.
Okay, I'm also going to add my own contact here. So if you cannot reach him, you can also reach. Okay, I'll put my email on the chat box.
Okay. I'll drop my email there. And if you want to contact me on LinkedIn, I can also drop my link. It's just one click away, and you are connected with me. I also want to say, for benefit of that, if you're on LinkedIn, try and maximize LinkedIn. It's a very good platform for you to have self-development and also to be able to grow your expertise in terms of what you can do in terms of your future, in terms of your tomorrow. And I believe the world is a better place for everybody. And I want to see everybody one day becoming MD CEO of their personal company. That's the most important thing anyway. Working for people is good, but having your own business is more paramount. So I've also dropped my LinkedIn page on. So if you want to connect with me, you can just drop me an email or a message on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is also a social media platform, but it's for professionals.
Well, so thank you very much. It's I mean, we've had a lot today, and I want to thank all the participants. Okay, thank you very much, and don't forget to follow Rema Parts on Facebook and Instagram. You'll be able to get all this information. So, and you can drop a message there, and you can be very sure all the questions will be answered. And if you need any of these link all the, of these the presenters contacts, you understand, I'm going to get their consent, and I'll be able to share it with you. So remember, it's RHEMAPATH. Okay, at Rema Parts on both Facebook and Instagram. So thank you very much for this. I can see that I want to appreciate everyone. I mean, we all stayed. I mean, we have like some participants. I mean, number of participants, and they all stayed all throughout the program. It's not easy for all 1 hour. Thank you very much. I believe you've learned something. But there are a lot of things that we have in store for you. Please just try and maximize it. You understand? So bye for now. Thank you very much. All right.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Chichi.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
Dr. Tosin.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
Ella. Thank you.
Bye.
And bye, Olami Posi. It was good to
Bye,
be here.
Dr. Tosi.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.